Hi, this is Mayor Andre Quintero from the City of El Monte with another message, an update regarding this COVID pandemic. I want to thank you all so much for all that you've been through these last 7 weeks as the governor has issued and the county have issued these stay-at-home orders. So many of our residents have done such a great job of staying at home, staying safe. Uh, we know that it hasn't been easy. We know that many of you have not had employment during this period of time, that many of you have had challenges and difficulties, whether it's with food, insecurity, or with rent. And so we've been trying to develop programs to help at least mitigate the impacts of this crisis as best we can. We've instituted a number of different programs, but it's catch as catch can right now, trying to get the resources necessary to be able to help as many families as we can. To that end, we've developed a rental assistance program. The rental assistance program will provide up to $1,200 per family that qualifies, issued through a lottery system. So we're hoping that people will submit the application. It's going to be a very simple application to begin with so that we can understand what the needs are in our community. We only have so much money to fund this program, but it's important that you apply regardless of whether you get selected or not, because it allows us to have information necessary to be able to share with state and federal officials about the needs in this community. And so it's essential that if you have a need for rental assistance, that you apply to this program. We're going to get into some more of the details of the program in just a moment. But again, on behalf of a grateful city, we've been working together to try to get through this pandemic together. And I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for all that you do to protect yourselves and your families from this hidden disease, this hidden virus. So please continue to adhere to the rules that are provided by the state and local government, including wearing masks whenever you're out in public and also keeping your distance from others. By doing those two things, we can help reduce the spread of this virus and keep our community safe. Thank you very much. Let's begin by visiting the website www.monte.campaignrep.org. At the top of the page, you'll see a link for City of El Monte Rental Assistance Program. So please click on that link at this time. In response to the harsh economic impact that COVID-19 has had on residents, the El Monte Rental Assistance Program will offer one-time rental assistance up to $1,200 to help renters in the city of El Monte. To call us, you can click on the link for calling, or if you'd like to send us an email with questions, you can click on the email link. On the right, you will find frequently asked questions section for the rental assistance program. The questions are really simple. Do I qualify for the rental assistance program? It'll give you information about whether or not you qualify. You can click on the cross and it'll give you more information. If I qualify, what documents will I be required to provide? You'll see that once you click on the cross as well. And then there's other questions related to that, and you can click on those if you need that information as well. As you scroll down, you'll see more information. The grant program is made possible with Federal Community Development Block Grant CARES Act, also known as CDBG-CV funds, from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Therefore, residents must meet all requirements to be eligible for the program. Click on Review Checklist to see the checklist of requirements. The eligibility requirements for this program are as follows. All applicants must meet the following criteria to be eligible. The applicant must reside within El Monte city limits. Applicant must be a renter, and the unit must be the applicant's primary place of residence. Payments toward mortgages are ineligible. A government-issued ID, driver's license, passport, or resident alien card are required. Applicant must be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Applicant must demonstrate need for assistance due to being financially impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. The applicant household must meet HUD very low income limits of 50% of the area median income. Submit all required documents, and if selected for a grant, the applicant must confirm that the landlord is willing to complete the required documentation. In the income determination table, the staff will review all documents to determine annual household income and verify eligibility. Maximum annual household limits, income limits, as determined by HUD effective April 1, 2020, include the following. To qualify, persons in the family, for a one-person family, in order to meet the very low income limit, which is 50%, you can only make $39,450. For a two-person household, it's $45,050. A three-person household, $50,700. A four-person household, $56,300. Five-person household, $60,850. A six-person household, $65,350. A seven-person household, $69,850. And for an eight-person household, $74,350. Required documents for each applicant. These documents listed below must be submitted if the applicant is selected to participate. A rental agreement or lease, documentation demonstrating need due to being financially impacted by the coronavirus pandemic, including proof of loss of income, past due notice invoice from the landlord. Copies of paycheck stubs for the last 2 months for all members of the household. Copies of all other sources of income for all household members for the past 2 months, including but not limited to Social Security, SSI benefits, unemployment checks, statements, retirement, pensions, and public assistance. Copies of all bank statements for all household members for the past 2 months, including checking accounts, savings account, etc. A government-issued ID. Examples include a driver's license, passport, or resident alien card, etc. Proof of legal U.S. status for applicant. Please direct any questions to the El Monte Business Resource Center, phone number 626-258-8670, or email at elmontebusinesses@elmonteca.gov. Important information regarding the timeline for the rental assistance program. Given the immediate need, the following timeline for the program is as follows. Applications will be available on Wednesday, May 6, 2020. Applications will be accepted from May 6, 2020 through May 20, 2020. A lottery will be conducted to select the program participants and prioritization on May 27, 2020. Payments will be made directly to landlords upon staff verification of eligibility. Application submittal includes the following. Applications will be available in paper format and online. Electronic submittals will be accepted through the city's virtual City Hall website. Paper applications can be submitted in a designated drop box located outside of City Hall. Many residents have expressed concerns about how this is going to impact our general fund, and this program will not have an impact on our general fund. The City Council has authorized the allocation of about $250,000 in CDBG CV funds from the Emergency Housing Program. This program is federally funded through federal dollars and will be used to provide rental assistance to residents in the City of El Monte. The requirements for the applicants are based on federal regulations and must be adhered to in order to be able to qualify for those funds. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you will see a link to be able to download the application, or you can click on the link to apply online. Thank you very much, and we wish you well. You can also print out the form and submit it here at City Hall. Right outside, there will be a drop box for that purpose. We thank you so much for your interest in this program. We know that there's a lot of requirements. Please submit your application, regardless of whether you think you qualify or not. If you feel pretty confident that you qualify, submit it. We want to make sure that we get as many applications as possible, because even though we may not have the funding for every single person that applies, we want to make sure that we understand what the need is out there so that we can communicate that appropriately to the federal and state government so that we can try to get whatever assistance we can on your behalf. We are in this together. This city government is your advocate, and we're going to continue to support you throughout this very difficult time. Thank you, and stay safe. For more information, follow us on our website or official social media.